2001, I'm getting ready to retire my Navy career. And my friend Pete Andrews from Texas, a one-star admiral, called me and he said, hey, Captain Amaya, he said, we went through all the blue, the light green services. And he said, I want you to go to the Marine. I said, hey, Admiral, I said, are you kidding me? I said, I tried to avoid it. I know, because you went through Naval War College, you went to National Defense University, and now you want to retire. You're not going to retire. Sir, I have 20 years now. He said, no, I'm going to make it 21 years. Sir, are you serious? He said, and not only that, he said, when you go to the Marines, he said, we have a good chief. I know you want a good chief. He said, go to the Marines. Well, you know, the one-star admiral, an eagle cannot say no. So I said, yes, sir. So I went to Kaptalega to report, and I saw Chief Pirat. And you know, as I learned a lot in the Navy 20 years, I said to myself, I would be ahead and give an impression to my troop. I said, Chief said, where is, and before I could finish my word, he said, the money document, Captain? And I said, yeah. Sir, I got it all prepared for you. I'll brief you after lunch. Do you want it now? I can give it to you. I said, Chief, he said, let's do it after lunch. So he briefed it to me. And I said, wow. I said, he's really smart. I've known him at that point, even before I said, this guy is smart. And he's persevering to be in the Marine. He must be very righteous. Because the Marines, you don't fool around with the Marines. You know, if you want the country to be safe, you call the Marines. They lock the building, they occupy it. Okay. So I said, okay, that's fine. I said, I'm a gastroenterologist, I'm a doctor. Let me tell you what I achieved in the Navy is. Okay? The captain, really the one that brought the Navy or the chief, it's not the officers. Okay? So if you talk about anatomy, the brain, the spinal cord. The chief is the spinal cord. The captain or the skipper is the brain. Without the spinal cord, the body will not function well. So even when I say the brain will quadriplegic, what can it happen? So I said, okay, this guy's not gonna have smart. So after a week or two, he said to me, Captain, we're gonna be doing the deployment physical. And I said, okay, I have a private practice. I said, okay, Chief, I said, can you do it next month? He said, yes, sir. So next month, I reported at Captain again. And he said, Captain, I have a problem here. It's not really a problem. He said, one of the Marine is a consensus objector. He said, I said, so what do you want me to do? Sir, we need to do a supratentorial overlay. I said to myself, this guy's good. The word is right. So I said, Chief, I said, call Pendleton, get a psychiatrist. Their visitor. Call Balboa. Sir, he said, no, Chief, I said, make it happen. Make it happen. After an hour, he came back and he said, here's the citation. Judgment. I read it. Wow, this is nice. What about the chaplain? Has he put anything on this citation? So I got into it. I said, so you want this Marine to be out? Yes, sir. And why? Because he's a consensus objector. He doesn't want to be in the Marine Corps. But now in the war, he got in there, Chief. needs to have a work. And they took him. I said, okay. So I said, who is the psychiatrist that made this citation? He said, sir, I did. Wow. I look at it, and I agree. So I said, okay, I'll sign. Make a long story short, the possession objector was out. So now we have an employer exercise at Port Island League. And I said, Chief, I said, when will that be? Next month, sir. Okay, that's fine. We'll go there. So I said to him, I said, listen, I said, I'm not used to a deployment exercise. I'll leave it to you, sir. When we do the briefing, the colonel, he said, don't be timid. You're the same thing. You have A grade 06. You're a Navy captain equivalent to colonel, sir. I said, I know that you do. So he said to me, let's get to it. What happened was, okay, the colonel came to me that morning. He said, you know, Captain Maya, he said, what is the red flag up? Oh, and one thing I learned is that you do not pretend you know. You pretend you know. Oh, Colonel said, we are the medical. We dictate what you do in mobilization. If the mobilization will hamper the troop, so be it. I had the chief raise the flag. The chief was standing there. He was smiling. I said, they need rest. Do you want them to have heat exhaustion, heat stroke? And the guy, okay, yes sir, because by relative competitive seniority, I'm more senior than him, although he wears an eagle. Okay. So he said, cheaper, he said, we're done with the mobilization exercise. I'd like to thank you for what you have done. Sir, he said, not yet, we're not done. We've got to do a briefing. And I said, briefing? What shall I do? Sir, if there's a question and you don't know how to answer it, look at the back and you smile and you say, I'll have my chiefs address them. So I said, God is smart. So make a long story short, and I'm going to shorten this down. Okay? Is I called Admiral Andrews. I said, Admiral said, he was a good chief. I told you that. Now,